So what do we have on para 40? LFMD and TVGN. LFMD and TVGN. TVGN had already done its game, so I don't know why it's doing it again. LFMD.
Good morning, Raj.
Good morning, buddy. LFMD, I'm not going to trust it just yet.
TVGN has an earnings yesterday.
Okay. Looks like it will fail big time though. But that's a pretty big drop on LFMD, but 24 seconds to go. I think it's Life Med is going to push up here. Push up. 26%. I don't know what the news is.
LFMD. Key asset from Optimal Human Health MD terms not disclosed.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it will
They've
go
been
up.
acquired.
Yeah, it looks like it will go up.
20.
No, now like second candle killed it. Second candle killed it. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. What else is going on besides that? WL
No?
still not connected?
Mhm.
This is connected.
Mhm.
This is working. This is ending stream. It is connected, buddy.
Still buffering though. Maybe refresh.
Try another channel. Try another YouTube or
Yeah.
whatever.
Looking YouTube now.
HIMS is coming down nicely. I think LFMD now has a push. On a 5-minute candle has a push. I'll test a long here. I'll go long. Just got in at 58. Let's hope it's not a fail here. Big buys. Oh, it's back at 58. Oh, it's below 58. Don't do that, boy. Don't do that first thing in the morning. Push it up, push it up, push it up. And 26% what I'm afraid of. But I'll get out right below 730. Oh no, 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 no. 200K, come on, you can push it up. LFMD has not run in a while, right? So LFMD has, well, 854 is the rejection number. It ran a few days ago, actually.
Yeah, like in March, mid-February, 850 is the big
Yeah, that's the
rejection.
rejection. Volume is not coming in at 26%. But holding well though. Holding well. Went to 8. I didn't take anything. Of course I couldn't. 50 cents is not an option here. Come on, keep going. Bring it up. Push it. Nah, still not going anywhere. There's nothing else, guys. WLDS short is at 198 now. It's right at my average. This thing's sitting in below my average now. Need a one push. 5-minute candle looks drained. Jeez. Not looking good if it fails here. $58. Come on, go.
Upper at 720.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have much in it, so we'll have to let it go. Let's see if it has a game here and can move us solid. It has done 895, so this is not a big deal. 81K. Come on. 4%. 85. No. Getting crushed here. Small candle getting crushed. So long on this LFMD, guys. If it stops us out 730, I'll give him about 30 cents. Oh no. The minute I say that. Come on, push it up. $25%, it's not gonna push. If it was gonna push, it was gonna push ahead already.
Yep.
It's not gonna push. Come on. One wicked move here. Good morning, Norb. Nah, wow. It's gotten stuck here. Oh no, I'm getting out. I'm out. Now it can move, whatever. BS. Look at this. Look at that. I got out and just reclaimed right away.
Yeah. Gave them like 13 cents or 16 cents.
And now it looks like that was a reclaim and a half. Small candle, big move. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's not stable. At 25%, it's not stable. Keep your shorts, by the way. Keep your shorts going. Another big candle here, but nope, it's not behaving. Anyway, I'm out, so this looks like a dead dropper like the other day. Very slow market. There's nothing going on. There's WLDS. That is a short, but the best entry is right around 250, 258. This one is probably going to rise from dead because it's trying to rise for the second time, but right now it's dead. I'm glad not to give him more than 14 cents here. So yesterday we had a 15 and 0 or 16 and 0 day. That was pretty solid. think, by the way, this one paid. I don't know how many people took it, but OMEX. Look at that. I already took money at 162 for 25% again. I keep telling you guys where to buy it.
Nice.
My average is 132. I bought it toward the end. This is a day 2 runner. Today it should run solid because yesterday it ran only in the market time. So 21% LFMD. I have a feeling they're going to take it up, but not for us anymore. But that was a nice play on OMEX, guys. OMEX, right here, I sold it. 164. And I am short WLDS. Would have made more money by shorting this thing at 765 than being long. LFMD. But it was up 20%, so it couldn't do anything. There's not much going on besides that. Wolf from yesterday held. Wolf from yesterday has held. Wolf has another $1.20 to go. Not much, but like I said, WLDS, I am short, but it's not paying me yet. It hasn't paid me for last, whatever. It's 5% in money. Waiting for 190, 10%. The best entry is at 255. Slow morning. LDS is popping. Where's AREB? DVGN. Nowhere to be found. Lace. Nowhere to be found. Where's the market? What does market look like? Yahoo. So NASDAQ market is flat, Dow Jones is up, Tesla is at 285, not willing to drop. This is their pivot. Coinbase is down. There's LFMD trying to move again. Crazy. Not going to follow that. %. Just a pike. Not very many trades, guys. Just the overnight position on MEX was good. Still is good. LFMD is about to run again. Now the 5-minute candle is threatening a little. To me, that looks like a little more than a pike. The LFMD is about to run probably just a little, that's all. Not by much. Probably 840. But that's what we were looking at, man. Stupid shit. $2 million volume, huh? Looks like they are ready. Five-minute has not come. 5-minute has not come, what do you call, under the moving average. I'm gonna try another long. Same area, same average. Let's see what they do. There's nothing going on, so again, it's probably a boredom play. Let's see what they can do. I'm in, guys, again on LFMD. Let's see if I can get 10% out of this. Something gotta move. WLD is back under 2. LFMD is telling me like, dude, take your 15 cents gain and go. $100K candle. Too heavy, right? At 780. Too heavy. Too heavy. too heavy. Five-minute is turning to red again. There's a little more dip. It's going to go all the way to the 7. That's not a reclaim. Still staying on the moving average above. 5-minute candle is staying above the moving average. A little more skin than before. Just added about 800 more shares. Let's see what happens. There's no other play. WLD is 70%. That's the only play. Even yesterday market was dead. Even yesterday market was dead like this. That's an uncoordinated sell right now on LFMD last 4 candles. Even if we stop out at like 7.10, that would still be on like 4%, 4.5% loss, which I don't want to see, but that would not be a major loss or anything, guys. Par 20 on what? ALBT, $5 ticket. ALBT. Nope, nothing doing there. 25K volume, all dead. All dead. All dead. Take another bailout in a LFMD because moving average has caught up now. Moving average has caught up and it is just right at my average. So bailout time, guys, again. Stupid thing. It was staying way above the moving average. Now it's not. So I'm going to get out, guys. Right at my average, I bailed out again. Okay, caught up with the moving average. Let's wait for some good shorts. Not much happening here. How did Sophie do their earnings? Sophie has done really well. Buy the dip. It was 1263. Buy the dip at 1350.
This week is large cap.
Yeah, they beat their earnings. Looks like it nicely, not by small, but nicely.
Tomorrow is Apple and Google, I think.
Tomorrow is what?
Earnings, Apple and a couple others.
Oh yeah.
Large cap.
Oh yeah. Guys, I have left LFMD just in case if you need to get out at your average, you can. 5 minute is barely hanging by the thread. 1 minute is below the moving average. 5 minutes just barely hanging there. It's gonna be a dead morning. LFMD again. I don't know what it's trying to do at 26%. Sophie's up another 1%. We're waiting for something to happen. Isn't it funny? It's like I'm looking at all my screens, everything. One play I'm just not believing in is LFMD at 20%.
The highest ticker is WLDS, 72%.
72% on that one. This one is only 24%. I don't know what it's trying to do now. It's above moving average on both, and there's a distance, little bit of distance on 5-minute candle. I mean, last time when it came to 840, it did not do a proper run. So I was expecting today that it would do a proper run. Tried long twice. Price action is very difficult to play. Either you leave it for a stop loss or you go for a win. See, it's doing the both ways. So price action is just killing it, killing the vibe. Price action is all about supply and demand, right? Price action is that. So all of a sudden, you know, they don't have a breakout candle. The breakout candles, I can tell you, so I was hoping against the hope. Breakout candles are near 150, 140. So it's just not happening. Let's get some news. What's going on? How Trump explains his historically bad 100 days stock market. Dow future rises amid hopes of auto tariff relief. GM pulls guidance as possible material tariff impact loom. Oh yeah, so Trump is like, I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, he's trying to do like auto tariffs, parts, this, that. He's like, you know, he has too much pressure from everybody, all the automakers. So he's like backing off from there. So he's backing off from, so all the billionaires like Apple, GM, Ford, he's backing off from them. Of course, it helps us. Of course, at the end, it actually helps the consumers. Otherwise, those prices would be soaring. But why is he backing off from them and killing small businesses? Because small businesses don't have voice. That's what the whole thing is about. So a small business is supposed to pay 140%, while the Apple and automakers get the concession. Go figure. And that's how America is going to get rich, by making small businesses pay 140% tariff. Where is Nvidia? Nvidia fell yesterday because of the news. Holding pretty well. Fell to 106. So Nvidia is paying. Nvidia is up 7% for me since 101 entry. I'll sell it at 112. You know, it's getting stuck at 112 and 123. Then it will just start running once the tariff and everything gets sorted out. But before that, it's between 93 and 101 and 112 and 120, 121. That's where Nvidia is. So every time Nvidia is getting to 101, I'm going long. Not much, but hey, 250 shares means it's not a big amount I'm putting in. I'm putting in 250 shares only. Yeah, he definitely needs a holiday for sure. But yeah, 250 shares of Nvidia is worth about $1,800. But that's not what the goal is. Just right around 10%, 12%. Every 10 days, Nvidia throws off. He's going to bring back Columbus Day.
That's the big deal, Raj.
Yeah, it
Columbus
is.
Day.
It is. That's what we need. Bring back the Columbus Day. So we going to celebrate 18. What was that? When was that? 18. No, sorry, 1785. No, 1685. Is it?
I forget,
Columbus Day?
something like that. But what's going to happen with all these countries when they negotiate tariffs? I think there's like 18 on the table now.
Yeah, that's the great part about it. Okay, so it was 1492. Wow. I used to remember all these dates. So yeah, the question with that is, again, what kind of product do we have to supply to them?
Yeah, I mean, China's always going to make the low profit margin stuff. You can't make that here.
Yeah, you cannot make those here. And the other part is like say take example of Vietnam, for example, right?
Yeah.
So what is Vietnam's number one export? Clothing.
Yep. Sneakers, clothes.
Yeah, sneakers and clothes.
Because they have low environmental regulations and labor is cheap, and you
Yeah,
know, they can make the profit margins.
yeah, and Japan already assembles their Toyotas and Hondas and Nissans in Nashville and
Alabama.
Alabamas. Yeah,
Yep. Well, going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. You know, it's an economic lesson in finance. It's just very interesting.
yeah. If he pulls it off, it would be like next centuries. It would be taught how it was done.
And they'll still hate him though. They'll hate him no matter what he does.
I mean, if he pulls off, of course, they're gonna remember him for a long time. But what are the chances of him pulling it off? That's the key here.
Yeah. Well, at least he's swinging the bat, you know?
Yeah, but if you're hitting your own knees, would you
doesn't
have him
work
in the
there.
box? He keeps, hitting the umpire, and he keeps hitting himself. How long will you,
Yeah.
let him bat?
Yeah.
No, but lobbyists are getting through the big corporates. Apple got already break on it. Now the auto tariffs is gone. Those are the two big ones that were supposed to make money for this thing, right? So what's left?
Yeah.
What's left?
The little guy.
The little guys. Yeah, I have no idea. Am I paying 140% tariff or on the fabrics and materials and what am I exactly paying? I have no clue. As of now, it's 140%.
It's got to get worked out one way or the other.
Yeah. So for right now, what the goal is for a small business like me, I just want to retain my customer. I just forget the profit this year. Just retain the customers. They probably will come stronger because you supported them without raising too much cost.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at, and then hopefully this guy just. I mean, he's not likely to flip. I mean, 2026 we'll see, but I mean, Peter Navarro doesn't know anything
No, he's an idiot.
about tariff, about business, economics. These guys wrote a book on Amazon, and it wasn't even. He just said the word tariff, and he picked it up on it. You know the story, right?
With what, Amazon?
No, this tariff thing, how it came in his head.
No.
Okay, so let me tell you exactly, and you'll be shocked exactly what happened. So, in his first term, he wanted to do something great, right? Like how to, make money for America and all that. So he told his son-in-law, Kushner, to do some research. So Kushner went online on Amazon. I'm not kidding. This is it could be like a conspiracy, but from what I could tell, actually, it's pretty, because the dots are connected. Okay, it could be a conspiracy theory. So he went on Amazon. He typed in Google tariff and all that stuff. So he came across how the 20s happened, and they had tariff of, humongous proportion, and America made a lot of money. So then he did more research about some books and stuff. So he came across Kushner, not Trump. Kushner came across Peter Navarro's book on Amazon. And then he read the book. Then he called Peter Navarro, and he asked him to explain. This is Kushner in his first term. And then he was impressed with what Peter Navarro had to say. And then he asked a couple other, people, professors, and they said, no, this is a bad idea. But he needed something new. So, he told Trump that this is a guy, he should be like really looking into that. And then Kushner disappeared, and this guy made tariff as his own word. And then he hired Peter Navarro. And if you read his book on Amazon, he plagiarized a lot of things. He just put a theory. That's not a proven theory. He just put a theory in that book, okay, without references. And, here's the worst part. He put a reference. The references in those his book, go check it out, does not exist. Does not exist. You know what he did? He put a reference of initial, and it happens to be his own initial. His own initials.
Interesting.
And then he's the guy who's advising people on how to deal with the tariff, or tariff is good for America.
He's an idiot.
So that's the kind of people. And then now Trump is backed up. He has no choice but to keep Navarro, and when the fall happens, he can possibly sell him by the river. That's the guy. That's how they met, because of Jared Kushner.
Wow. The son-in-law. He always gets you. But I think China's waiting to see who falls first, with the tariffs.
So here's most people still not getting it, okay? So China depends heavily on US market, right? Everybody knows that, right? But China is a communist country. How did they rise? Do you know how they rose? Because of Mao and Mao, and he was an out and out communist, right? So what is their fundamental? Is it to make rich richer? No, that's not their fundamental. So, they try to bring in, equality and communism, and basically it's not even socialism; it's out and out communism. So, and what is the America's principle? Is freedom, capitalism, right? So, the dream. So now you compare those two, who's going to survive longer?
Yeah.
With the impact. Communism is going to hold back their people and say, hey, eat one bread less. Can you say the same thing to American and not have a revolt?
No.
So who's likely to bring? China already says, and not that, it's a laughable thing. China says that, our civilization is 5,000 years old, and, we were poor before. we don't care. You know, it's about our honor right now. That's what they're saying. But, you know, that aside, their fundamental basic principle is different. They can control their
True.
people.
Yeah, yeah, two different cultures, two different politics.
Cultures, and they can I mean, yeah, sheeping, they're gonna have revolt and what, but he would have an easier time, you know, silencing people than Trump would or America would when
Yeah,
things get
oh,
tough.
absolutely.
You know, from this week, the
Yeah.
Home Depot, the Targets, the Walmart, they already said they're running out of supplies, and back to school is going to be chaotic, and you know, we would have like only like 30% supplies
That's
in
tough.
next 2 months in all of our stores because we cannot afford to pay 140% on these goods.
Yeah,
Now China is like, yeah, we'll sell less and we'll eat less. They're already telling their people to eat less. So I don't know who's gonna last. Common sense is, you know, they're communists. They're gonna control their people.
yeah.
They're gonna silence their,
Oh,
you know, people who are making noises or having voices. You know,
well, we can do
I don't
something
know.
for the best.
I don't know if you saw the video. Like there was a video from 2023. Sheeping was in assembly, and right next to him, a very senior leader was sitting. Thank you. So a very senior leader was sitting right next to him, and then Sheeping just asked one of his bodyguard, said something in his ear, and next thing you know, this guy,
Disappeared, yeah.
with security picked him up, and he's like, why? You know, he's like trying to gesture why. He's a senior guy in their own party. He was dragged out of his seat right next to Sheeping in the assembly.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
It was just a year ago. So, I mean, crazy. You know, they took his file. Another guy came, took his file, and they grabbed both of his hands and right next to him. And he tried to look at Sheeping, and Sheeping ignored it completely.
We got OMH heating up a little bit.
20%. WLDS is just sitting there. 198 has done it a few times. LFMD never went anywhere, so that's fine. OMH. Sure is. Sure is. Last time we had shorted $3. 42%. Last time we had shorted this area, guys. OMH. So 330 would be a good short, but it's 9 o'clock. Oof. There's a gap fill all the way to 360, but 318 is a perfect area. Last time we shorted 297 and we won. On OMH, dailies are still good. 320. Yeah, 338 is the fabulous area. Let it come up to the threes at least. Why is it even moving? OMH, halt status, quotation resumptions, new resumption time. So it was halted. It halted for some good news or what? So it was 1 for 10 reverse split. We shorted a few days ago. Exactly, we had chased it. I mean, we had chased 330, of course. And then last short was $3. There's 3. Still, can somebody look up what the news is? Why it was halted? News and resumption. I have no idea what has happened.
It did not halt this morning, Raj. The news is like we're in March, like
No, but
almost
it
2
says
months.
quotation resumptions, news and resumption time. So there must have been some news before the halt. It says halted at 7:50, trading halt news pending. So what exactly is the news?
I know that's for March 10th.
Oh, that halt?
Yeah. So after that, it's running today.
Oh, so it was not halted. Okay. Trying to pull it up. Yeah, March 7th. You're right. It was March 7th. Well,
No news
330
on
is a
this.
good area. 330 is a good area for sure. This WLDS is not dying.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, buddy. How are you?
So far, so good.
Can somebody unblock Brent? Some reason I'm not able to see all these blocks, how to unblock them. That's crazy.
I gotta explain it. So I'm not seeing a clear delivery to DTM right now.
Okay, so let's mute him again.
And where,
Okay, I did that, guys.
It's a server mute, Raj,
Yeah, server mute. Yeah,
not regular mute. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I thought. It wasn't giving me even a server mute option. It wasn't giving me, so that was crazy. But now it is, and it's fine. All right, guys. Not much is happening in the market. Oof.
Such a boring market.
I know, very crazy stuff. Looks like OMH is going to fail here. I think it can fail all the way to 260 here from 295. Any risk taker here? This late at 9 o'clock, or should we wait for the market time?
Beyond our time zone now.
I know, right? Tempted. But I'm also looking at this volume bar. Volume is still coming up with the 400K. This is it. I think it's headed toward 260. 260. This is headed toward 260, guys. But you gotta sit it out. Nothing is actually paying, guys. Nothing. Wow. OMH is the only one that probably is headed toward 260. If you want to chase it, you'll make about 8%, 9%. 263, you should just sell it and get out if you're going for OMH. WLDS doesn't want to break down yet. It goes to 198 and gets stuck there. 198. This is fine. OMH is fine. I don't think it's breaking out. Max it will do is like make you add at 335, 338. It's headed toward 265. OMH. OMEX is still holding. That's the only one that has paid me. That's it. Pretty much. That's it. Who's short in OMH? Anybody?
Not in.
Guys, it's almost 9:10. So just for our live people, pre-market wasn't much of a deal, guys. I actually came in 10 minutes early, like at 7:50. Only thing I did was I sold my OMEX at 64 from 132 for 25% gain. I tried a couple of longs on LFMD. One was a 10 cents loss, 11 cents loss. The second one was break even at 52, got out at 52. So it was in and out. In and out. I'm short on WLDS, but it goes 5%, 6%. Doesn't hit my spot at 188, 190. that's it. That's all I've done. But Friday was a pretty marvelous day. Not Friday. Keep saying Friday. Monday. It was 15-0. I think it was 4-0 in the pre-market itself, and then the rest of the day was another 11 or 12 plays. By 11 o'clock, I was done. I didn't get any plays after 11. Some of these guys were playing after hours and whatnot. But you all guys, everybody did really good, right? On Monday?
Yes.
Did you meet your goal, AKS? Yes. But I know
Uh,
David
no.
met his goal. David met his goal. How did everybody do? How you
Yeah,
guys played
4
it
or 5
after?
plays. That's it.
Did you guys play after 12 o'clock? Because I was gone.
No,
by
I did
then.
not. I left. Yep, me too. Same here. Did not take any trades.
That was UPC. These guys were trading. I saw that UPC. It's at 5. Quit before you did. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, you always want to lock in your profit. That's for sure. Everybody else is too quiet. I see Wesley. Wesley, how did you do? I know Steve said he was 6-0 or 6-1. He was on vacation for 2 weeks. So Linda was, I know, 5-0. Neil was 3-0 and 4-0, I think. I can review it, guys, right here. Let's see. And this was by 12 o'clock. How everybody did in the room. So let's go on a trading floor. Here we go. These guys are scalping UPC. Let's see. Right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So this is, we actually back each other up. I was up pretty nicely. It was a slow moving day still. Most of the money, like by 9:15, it was 15K already. So we didn't do our wins and losses. Surprise. 10:30. Let's see. 10:50 a.m. We must have. We always cheer for each other. So. Oh, there we go. 14-0, 5 for Lynn. Steve was really good. 6-1, 5-2 for Louisa, 5-0 for Linda. That's it. I think nobody else put in. Anyway, look at this LFMD holding still. Jesus. Are they going to make a move in the market time?
Looks like that. They did not break 730.
They did not. They held. They held solid. So anyway, guys, that's how we did. We had a really good afternoon. But by 11:30, we were done. We didn't get any plays. I left it by 12. I was like, let's go out, do something. You know, relax. Anyway, guys, I'm going to turn off. It's 9:10, 9:11. I'm going to turn off the live. If you guys want to join in, sign up. Look at this. OMH is headed toward 264. It's at 278 right now. So that's a good call. It is headed. It's headed, guys. It's headed toward 260. This OMH. WW. 61 cents. It ran the other day as well. 1 hour WW. Gap is filled. Oh wow, it's a great short at 67. 67 and 86 is a great short. This WW, guys. Alright guys, please like and subscribe and share our channel. We are on all the social media. So this one didn't work, right? I guess Twitter, it didn't work. Can you check before I
No.
log out?
Twitter did not. Yep, Twitter didn't work.
Okay, can you refresh it and see it if it did or not?
Yeah, I did. I did like a few minutes ago. Didn't work.
All right, so Twitter did not work for some reason, but you